Join me right now on Kumite TV is UFC middleweight powerhouse Marvin Vettori. What's going on, Marvin?
All good, man. I just got done with a good cardio session, last session of the week, and yeah, man, another week went by next to my all the time closer to my fight. So all good, man. Very good, and happy to be here. So absolutely.
All right, man. Well, tomorrow is your rest day. What do you usually do on Sundays?
Tomorrow, I'm just gonna try to lift my legs up as much as I can and just rest the whole day. Honestly, I don't even think I'm gonna do anything. Just stay at home, sleep as much as I can. Because sleep, man, at the end of the day, you can do as many things as you want as your recovery, but sleep is still the most important thing. So, yeah, man, I think I might go to the beach a little bit, have a coffee, but most of it, I'm just gonna rest at home, honestly.
All right. Now, before we get into the fight stuff, I wanted to talk about hashtag bike porn. I saw a picture of you on a bike. What's up with are you big into biking?
Kind of, yeah. I grew up I have a friend that is the son of one of the biggest cyclists ever, one of the greatest cyclists ever. Is Francesco Moser. I don't know if you heard of him. And we grew up together, and we live very close to each other. And Italy, it's pretty. I actually biked when I was like 10 to 13 or something like that. I was actually biking, and yeah, it's pretty big. I live up in the mountains, and there's a lot of awesome views to bike. But at first I was just as for fun, just riding it, because sometimes here they make fun, but when we go biking, we just dress up like real bikers if we're not really. And so I was just riding bike porn. But then I actually got a good bike. I got a tank actually. My good friends down in Milan, Perufo Cicli, and they actually gave me an awesome bike. And yeah, man, it's been great. And actually, I'm gonna have it shipped real soon here. Actually, my workout was actually on the bike today too. So yeah, man, I like it. It's nice. And bike porn is just funny, but it makes a lot of sense.
When you see, when you meet up with your friend, who's a big name in the bike cycling world, and you guys kind of see where you have come since you guys were children, it's kind of crazy, right?
No, so wait, because my friend, so the son of this cyclist that I was saying, so the cyclist that I was saying now is basically like 60 or 65.
Oh, okay.
But his son, he was a phenom early on with biking, but then I guess he liked too much partying and pussy, so then he kind of left. Biking is fucking crazy. It's a lot of work, and now he's kind of like a fashion blogger, something like that. So he's just having fun. But he was actually very good growing up, and he's obviously still one of my best friends. So now, in different ways, he kind of gave up sport, but he's still going on his way, and he's doing good. And yeah, man, sometimes it's good to look back and we're kids from a little village, for sure.
Yeah, partying and pussy can do that to the best of them, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Especially this guy, is a good-looking kid and easy to get lost. But yeah. he always keep he's not too completely. His head is still pretty center still, So it's okay. Because some people can completely lose their mind. He lost a little bit, not too much.
All right.
But it was good, of course. Yeah.
You made your return. UFC Sacramento. You got the decision win over Cesar Ferreira. It was about a month ago. Were you a little nervous before they read the scorecards after the third round was over because of your decision? Loss to Israel Adesanya.
I mean, this time it was pretty one-sided. I feel, but if a little bit of nerves I always have, it's, you never know. You see crazy stuff sometimes, and you do your best out there. Obviously, I tried to finish the fight as much as I could, but the guy was game, and he stood in there. So a little bit is always there, but I was pretty confident. This more than even last time. And yeah, man. But yeah, I know my job is to finish the fight, but it's not always easy,
Yeah, definitely, man. You've been ready to fight for the last year or so. Did you have a lot of frustration in that time because you didn't get to fight, or did you embrace the time off and just grind away?
Well, I mean, at first I was obviously frustrated, but then I try to see things rationally as much as I could, and I turned all the frustration the right way, And so every morning I woke up, I trained like I had a fight, and I said, until I'm alive, I'm gonna keep doing this thing until I eventually have a fight. And then at one point, this thing looked over, and it was over, and they gave me a fight, and in fact, I was ready. So yeah, man. And but it taught me a lot for sure. Like he taught me how to stay ready without getting injured. He taught me how to stay centered and deal with frustration and anger. And yeah, man, it gave me a lot of confidence, a lot of like strength, real strength. Like real strength is adaptation and patience more than strength. Like somebody would think, like I don't know, like lifting weights or shit like that.
Yeah.
So for sure, I grew up a lot in this last year, even though it was for an unfair situation, but still, you have to. A lot of shit happens in the world. It's how you deal with it.
In the post-fight interview, you said that you trained your mind the last few years. Could you talk in more detail about how you did that, and did you bring in somebody, or was it just on your own?
Well, all the time when you do like mind, like you work on your mind, is a lot of your own for sure. It's obviously you have to break it down and work on yourself a lot. But yeah, I've been doing some meditation. Just try to understand yourself as much as you can, and try to see when things kind of like go a little bit out of control, how to bring it back. And but yeah, no, I've been working with a guy that it's actually a professor in Cal State Fullerton. It's called Lenny Wisma, and yeah, I don't like to call him mental coach sometimes, but yeah, that's the word they give him. They give. So yeah, it's a mental coach, but mostly it's like it gives you a different perspective on things, and how you can deal with it without getting frustrated, and without like fighting against it completely. Because whenever you speak about mind, fighting against it, like try to force anything, doesn't really work. So yeah, for sure, I've been working with him, and yeah, man. I mean, that's why they told me, "Oh, did you feel pressure going into the fight?" I said, "No, I'm too good to feel pressure, and I know myself too well to feel pressure." So for sure, man, it's good. It's about not losing any energy going into the fight, and actually using it as a tool against your opponent.
The upcoming fight is in Vancouver. It's on short notice. When you got the news of this opportunity, were you in California training already?
Actually, I was just back, yeah, because I was thinking, you never completely know, but I was kind of thinking October, half October. But yeah, so even for half October, I was already back, and then this opportunity came up, and I said, yeah, why not? I knew the guy already refused to fight me one time a year ago, before my USADA situation, and I guess he was coming from 2 losses. He was a little bit scared, of getting cut, I guess. And so he's like, "Oh, I'm not going to take this fight right now." But that shows that he's scared no matter what. Now he's coming from 2 wins, and he's like, "Oh, maybe you can, I'm a little bit more relaxed in terms of like getting cut and shit." But like, still, he knows it's not going to be an easy night, and he's probably not going to make it. But at one point you refuse one time, second time UFC don't like when people refuse fight. So I guess you have to take it. But yeah, no, it was yeah, man, a fight is a fight, and unless I'm top 5, I'm gonna fight anybody, honestly. Rankings to me are just like, all right, if I'm on title contention, then I'm probably not gonna take a fight with a guy that is not ranked or something. But until I'm top 5 and I'm not in title contention, then to me doesn't really make much sense. Like, it's not that if I'm top 10 or top 15, I'm like, oh no, if a guy's not ahead of me, I'm not gonna take it. So.
Is that the attitude that you have currently right now, that you just gonna fight whoever you need to fight, and then finally get into that top 10, and then you decide and be more strategic with your matchups?
Well, I mean, yeah, for now I'm gonna take. I mean, I want to fight the big names for sure, But a fight is a fight, and every time I get better. And yeah, of course, if I can fight after my last fight, I called out Borchinia. So I would love to fight. I would like to fight guys like him, and outside of rankings, I know I'm one of the best in the division. So I don't really care. Big fights are gonna come, and I'm gonna run through them. So my job is to fight. The matchmaker job is and my manager is to manage me, and the matchmaker is to make matches. And they know I come to fight. I show up to fight, and always come ready. And I'm pretty sure they're gonna give me good names, but until they just give me. And again, I'm not underestimating anybody. In there, everything can happen anyway. So for now it's good like this, and then yeah, just whenever they give me a good name, I'll be more than happy to do it.
With the short training camp, what is the protocol for adjusting to that limited amount of time?
Well, it wasn't that short, honestly. It was like a lot of times people are rushing and things like this, but it's not really like. And again, I had 7 weeks and few days, which is not really short. And it's not really the 7 weeks. It's not really the 7 weeks work. It's me not taking shortcuts, not taking day off, not taking months off in the last year and a half. That's the point. Now, 7 weeks, 8 weeks, 9 weeks, it's not the biggest difference. Especially 7 weeks is not that little, and especially coming off of a previous camp. And that camp was very long, because I was ready, and then it was 12 weeks camp. So then I took 10. The only thing actually has been dealing with because after maybe 10 days of rest, you think your body's completely rested. Then you get back into it and you feel like your body still needs time. It's things are still building up from the past camp. So you're dealing with that and feeling your body out, making sure you don't add up injuries. But I got good at that, and I'm doing good. Now I'm already I'm still 5 weeks out, and I'm good. I'm not worried about not being in shape. I'm actually going to be even a better fighter than the last time.
When you put your camp together, who are you bringing in as your training partners to get ready for Andrew Sanchez?
Well, honestly, you do the best you can, but now I'm really focusing on myself. Yeah, okay, it's good to worry and about my opponent. It's good to bring in guys that are similar to him, but if I'm sharp, honestly, there isn't much that anybody can do. So yeah, I'm gonna work wrestling. I'm working with a way better wrestler than him. They say the wrestler, honestly, he didn't even make it to D3 in America. I might win in a wrestling match against him, and so I just I'm working my wrestling a lot. I'm working my jiu-jitsu with top of the top, Romulo Barral, these guys out there. I'm working the conditioning with my coach Chase, and he's actually here. He's been with me the whole past year. He's a ride or die guy with me, and he's awesome. The last fight I felt the best I've ever felt. So yeah, man. And then King's MMA and all my partners. To find a guy that has a better stand up than him is not hard. To find a guy that it just maybe is a little hard to find a guy that has it works a little bit like him. But I know his game, and I'm gonna focus most on myself more than him. And I know the moment I'm sharp, the moment I show up, there's nothing that can stop me.
In the next couple months, there's a lot of big middleweight fights coming up. You got Paulo Costa and Yoel Romero coming up. Who do you think is going to take that fight? Who do you think has the advantages in that one?
I think Romero's going to take it. I think honestly, the best in the division, I feel between the best in the division is Romero and Whittaker. Me, Adesanya. I don't think Paulo Costa is one of these. I think like yeah. I actually think Romero had this in his last fight against Whittaker. It was a very close fight, but so Romero's a beast, and I don't say that about many people. I don't think Costa hasn't figured it out. So like Costa is a pressure fighter, but you can't pressure like that. Somebody like Romero, you just can't. If you do, you're gonna get caught in something. So but then if you respect him too much, you're gonna lose the fight. So it's I don't think he hasn't figured it out. But like I said, a fight is a fight, and I can easily be wrong. But I have Romero for sure.
Robert Whittaker, he's going to defend his title versus Israel Adesanya, in October. Do you feel that Israel has a chance against Robert? Because it seems like a lot of people are picking Whittaker to win that fight pretty easily.
Not easily, but I think he has it. Whittaker, it's all smiles and bullshit when it comes to talk, but it's hard to condition him in the sense of like to get to his mind in a way, So when he shows up, he comes to fight, and he's hard to put away. We've seen him many times, and I mean Adesanya is good too, but I think Whittaker is gonna get him. Whittaker is very good at adapting to people too, so I think Whittaker has him.
Do you think Adesanya is getting frustrated with Whittaker because Whittaker doesn't engage in the trash talk? Do you feel that a little bit?
I haven't seen much, honestly. I haven't seen much. I've seen a little bit, maybe a little bit. Maybe, yeah. I see a little bit. He just laughs all the time. Yeah, he just laughs. I know you can't. It's hard to find things that actually affects him. So maybe I haven't seen much, honestly.
You're a young guy. You're making yourself, up the division. A lot of these middleweight guys are moving up to light heavyweight and having success. Do you see yourself, maybe in the future going up to 205 and taking on some of those big names?
Well, I'm 25 now, and I make my way. Like I have also a very good nutritionist that has been with me forever. Actually, before almost anybody, has been with me from my third professional fights. He's called Matteo Capodaglio. He also has Lauren Murphy and a few other UFC fighters. But for now, no, I don't think about it. For now, I don't think about it. But who knows, man?
The big money fights could come soon. Who knows what could happen right in the future?
Maybe we'll see. Well, I have to. And in Italian, we say like taking off some little stones from your shoe. I have a few fights that I still have to make at 185 before I'm happy, and obviously get the belt. So
yeah,
still a lot of work to do at 185.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Well, I'm excited to see you, back in that cage. September 14th, UFC on ESPN Plus 16 in Vancouver. Thank you so much, Marvin, for the time, and good luck on the fight and your future, man.
Thank you very much, man. Thank you. Appreciate it. I'll see you soon. Thank you.